Hi guys, again, sorry about the angle. This is really all I have. I have ordered yet a third car mount to try to figure out how to figure this whole Jeep thing out. There's a good possibility where you are right now, you will probably fall. So if you do, I will try to get you back up there. You're like hanging on my, what's it called? The sun visor clip thing. It is Friday. Yay, Friday, October 4th. It is my stepson's birthday. It is my day before my mom's birthday. For the first time, I think, ever. All except for Tony, whose birthday is today. We have all October birthday presents out. Because my mom, my dad, and Tony's daughter and Tony are all in October. And one of Norm's other sons is in October as well, but we will have to see him to give him his. Anyway, just wanted to kind of check in. I know that it's been a while. I want you guys to know that it's been a while, not because I don't want to be on here, not because I'm leaving Weight Watchers, not because I don't want to do YouTube. It's simply because the time that I have to do vlogs or to do any type of filming is in the car. And I don't have them out. And this is a little ridiculous. I ordered one from a Jeep store. It was supposed to fit my Jeep, and it didn't. I ordered one that was magnet, and if I went over like the smallest speed bump, it fell off. I have a Jeep Wrangler, so it's bumpy anyway, but also I have extended tires on it, so it is quite bumpy, and you can usually hear it. The other day my dad called, and I was in the car, and he couldn't even hear me talking. So I'm hoping you all can hear me talking, because I'm not going very fast today. That's the thing about my commute to work and my commute home, is that I'm in bumper to bumper traffic, so I don't go that fast. So, but when I'm going fast, my wheels do this thing called singing. They make a noise that people look at. I don't know. Maybe this is my midlife crisis car. And I had to have it, but yeah, I wanted a big Jeep that I could, that looked cool. So that's what I did. So anyway, let's do a check-in, because I know it's been quite a while. I am currently sitting at 187.6. And you're probably looking at me like, oh my gosh, that's up like 12 pounds. Why aren't you upset about it? I'll tell you why I'm not upset about it. Because last week I was at 191. I am incredibly shocked at how quickly I put on almost 15 pounds. At one point I was close to 15 pounds. And I mean, we're talking all of June I was still maintaining. So we're talking July and August, and then September, I have just went whoop, straight up. And I'm not going to lose it that fast. Everybody knows that. But I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good because I'm committed to what I'm doing. I have been able to, at least a little bit, rein in the eating. Again, my biggest problems right now is I have two. One being work. I love my job. I absolutely love what I'm doing. I love my principal and the other AP that I work with. I'm actually on my way to a new AP meeting right now. That's why it's a little later in the day than I would normally go to work. And you'll probably hear my GPS because I'm not going to my normal job. But I absolutely love my job. The problem with my current job is twofold. Number one, I work with two women who have a candy jar. Actually, one has two candy jars that are as big as a cookie jar with Hershey's miniatures and Milky Ways and all of this yummy stuff. My principal is so darn generous that she does things like buy us little chocolate bombs, and which is like a cupcake with like a ganache on top of it, which is insanely delicious. And I'll come back to that. Sorry about the lighting. And every time I've conditioned, every time I hear one of them open their chocolate thing, I go in like a little puppy. And the worst part is, I don't just take one. They don't either, but I don't just take one. I take like 3 or 4. Now, let me tell you the good part about what I've been doing lately. A, I've been counting it. B, the chocolate bomb that she bought us was, like I said, it was kind of, think of a cupcake upside down, covered with like a ganache and like a truffle, or like a in the middle. I don't know. Anyway, like a ganache in the middle. So the size of a cupcake though. So it took me 3 days to eat it. So while I ate it and enjoyed it, I spread it out over 3 days, keeping my points, I took a cupcake and divided it in half and took half for 3 days because of the ganache and whatever. So I actually took that as a win. Even though I ate the whole thing, I didn't eat it all in one setting and then go like screaming over my points, because what would have happened is I would have spiraled out of control. I would have said, okay, I had these 20 points in a day. I don't have enough for dinner. I might as well just eat whatever I want because I'm over anyway. So I'm trying to get my mindset back. That's really what I'm working on right now. September 30th, which was like Monday, I really kind of recommitted and I said, look, it's October. It's my favorite month. And everything is out that I love. Pumpkin flavored everything. So one of my biggest weaknesses is pumpkin roll. However, goopy story, my mother-in-law made the absolute, to die for, most divine pumpkin roll, pumpkin muffins you would ever eat in your whole dang life. And I looked forward to these every year. She made me them, she made me like one of them, probably the roll on Halloween. She'd bring it to me on Halloween. And then she would make the cupcakes or the muffins for Thanksgiving every year. Whether she was going away or not, she made these for me. And for the past couple of weeks, I have bought a pumpkin roll in different places, and not a whole pumpkin roll, like a piece of pumpkin roll in several different places. And I gotta tell you, I'm not loving it, because it's not hers. And at first I'm like, you're being sappy, you're being sentimental, but you just want hers. Because I really did love my mother-in-law. I do love my mother-in-law, but she has passed. She passed away 2 Christmases ago. And, but it's not, it's, yes, I do miss her, and yes, I do wish she was here to make it. But everything I'm eating is not hers. I don't know what she did to make it so much better, but my goodness, it's just like, So I'm doing better at just saying, you know what, I don't really want that. My one big weakness is still a Starbucks pumpkin spice coffee. In the past, I worked with it, it's always, I'm terrible at peer pressure. I succumb to peer pressure when it comes to food. So in the past, I worked with a teacher who passed a Starbucks on the way to work. So she would stop and get pumpkin spice lattes, or when the weather first started changing, she would stop and get the pumpkin spice frappuccinos, which is my absolute favorite, which is like 20 something points, right? And I would drink it. And we're not talking like Friday, it's Starbucks Friday. We're talking like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes every day of the week, and I would drink it because A, it was given to me, and B, I wanted it. So, what I have done recently is I have gone to the fact that if Norm and I go somewhere on a Saturday morning, which is one of our favorite things to do, we go like now that we're in this season, we'll go apple picking, or we'll go to the pumpkin farm, or we'll do like fall-y stuff. He knows I love fall. When it comes to activities, fall is my favorite. But we'll also go to like the Amish markets and the farmers markets and things like that. Before we go to take those trips, we will stop at Starbucks and I will have the pumpkin spice. Now, what I have done the past month is that has spiraled me into not counting on Saturday. And then I say, well, it's Sunday, I might as well start over. I have gone back to that mindset, and I am really working hard to get out of that, which so far this week, my mind is still right. I woke up this morning and I said, oh, it's Friday. You don't have to be at work until an hour later than you normally have to be at work because you're going someplace different and we're having a meeting. Why don't you stop at Starbucks, get yourself, and you're walking into an AP meeting and it's going to be long, and get yourself a Starbucks. So I got up. I didn't. I made myself my coffee, and I do have it with me. The other thing I've been doing is I went back to my smoothie. Several reasons. Number one, it's just good for me. Number two, Norm had surgery this week for his hernia. He had an aggravated, it's actually called an incarcerated hernia. And he had to have that done. So he's in a lot of pain. He's home right now. He had it done on Tuesday. But anytime you're sitting in like a hospital waiting room, I always, I feel like every cough and sneeze around me, it's like, I'm going to die. So I knew that was coming up, so I wanted to give myself an immune boost for that. Plus, starting the school year with the new kids in a new school, in a new environment, I wanted to give myself that immune boost. So I really like the emergency packets in raspberry, but I couldn't find them in raspberry. They only had them in orange, and orange is not my favorite flavor. I also take the emergency probiotic, which is in a raspberry. But I didn't want to drink two gritty drinks in the morning. So what I decided to do, and I've done this in the past, is make my smoothie, and in my smoothie put the two packets. So what is in my smoothie, you ask? It is a handful, and when I say handful, I mean as much spinach as I can shove into that cup, and also fit in a banana and 15 to 20 blueberries. I don't know why I put the blueberries in there. In my head, it's like, oh, they're antioxidants, but I don't even know if I'm given enough to make a difference, but put them in there. In the past, I would have also put raw milk in there because raw milk is good for your digestion and many other things. However, I have not bought raw milk in a while, just because I haven't been anywhere where they sell it. They don't sell it in Maryland. I was there this past weekend, but the guy who sells it wasn't there. So in it right now is all the spinach that I could stuff in there, a banana, a couple of blueberries, a packet of probiotic, a packet of emergency, which I will take until the box is gone. And then I probably won't buy another one until the weather changes from fall to winter. And then I also have a teaspoon of raw local honey, and that is for my allergies. So, while I think my allergies are under control because of the honey, they have been for years, and I don't sneeze and wheeze and all the other wonderful things. Something I am still getting, obviously I have a little bit of a dry cough, but I'm still getting the pressure in here. And the pressure in here is ridiculous. It's like it gets so bad in here, and there's like nothing I can do to relieve it. It gets so bad it actually will make me nauseous. It'll give me a headache. The headache will make me nauseous. The other day, I honestly felt like I was going to throw up because it was so bad. And I just happened to be changing Norm's dressing at the time on his hernia, and he's like, "You almost threw up because of that?" And I was like, "No, it had nothing to do with that because I felt it coming all day." So anyway, it was kind of funny because he was like, "I've never seen you get squeamish." I'm like, it wasn't. It was bad timing. So, bottom line, that was a very long story to say, I was up in the 190s, which I was a number I never wanted to see again. And I've got myself back into the 180s, 187.6. I'm still not happy with that. I want to get back into the 170s where I was, ultimately the 160s. But I would right now, and here's the thing, and this is the thing that really made me jump back into this with both feet. Gosh, I hate when you show up at the place where like everybody's now driving and we're all spread out and you're like, there's nothing here. Why were we just in 25 minutes of stop and go traffic? Anyway, here's what really made me jump both feet back in. I remember, and I'm sure you remember too, and all you have to do is have watched my channel for a little while, how frustrated I was to be maintaining at 175. I was at 175 for over a year. And I kept saying, like, this is
prepare to exit the highway in 2 miles.
I was like, this is
24
ridiculous.
Onto I-83 northbound.
Sorry. I kept saying, this is ridiculous. I can't lose a pound. Why is this happening? What am I doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then because I was so frustrated that nothing was happening and I felt like I tried everything, I let go. I let loose. And I said, it's summertime. How bad could you make it in the next month or whatever before school starts? And I let go. And boy, let me tell you how bad you can make it. Not only can you gain a whole bunch of weight back, but you can lose your control. And that's where I am right now. I am trying to gain back the control. The problem is, the first time I started Weight Watchers, I was gung-ho and excited and I'm going to lose all this weight, and the weight was coming off, boy, right? Because I had a lot to lose. I was up in the 200s. And it just quickly, very quickly, in my opinion, came off. Now it's slow, right? I'm losing a pound. And there's many reasons. Reason number 1, hormones. I'm older. Reason number 2, I don't have as much to lose this time. Reason number 3, and this is the big one, I still don't have my mind all the way in the game. I want to, and I'm trying to, but I just keep getting derailed. For example, last night was back to school night. Now, when I was a teacher, back to school night was kind of cool because you left at 4 o'clock, you went out with your colleagues, your coworkers, whatever, you had dinner, you came back, you did your little spiels, blah, 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 you went home. No problem, right? As an assistant principal, there was no leaving, there was no ordering, there was no nothing. I was so busy from 4 to 5:30, which is when the doors open, that I didn't have time to eat. So on the way home from my school, there is many restaurants, like to stop and sit and eat, right? Or to order and pick up. However, TMI, it is that time of month for me, and I just didn't want to get out of the car. I had been standing all day. My feet were killing me because I was
in half a mile, exit the highway at exit 24 onto I-83 northbound.
I was standing for a very long time, and my feet were killing me. I was in heels. I have spent the last 2 years in tennis shoes, either as a special educator or as a behavior intervention specialist, wearing flat shoes, never wearing heels, ever. And
exit the highway at exit 24 onto I-83 northbound.
Now I'm wearing heels and cute flats, and my feet, I have to retrain them. I have to teach them how to not hurt all day. So last night it was back to school night, so I had heels on. What I should have done is wore flats all day and then put heels on before back to school night, but I didn't.
In 1.2 miles, exit the highway at exit 16A to Timonium Road East.
So the only restaurant that is drive-through from my job to home is McDonald's. Now, I could have gotten all the way home, bypassed home, went to Chick-fil-A, and gotten something more acceptable. I could have not gone to a fast food place. I could have stopped and walked in. I could have went home, and Carly had brought home 2 crab cakes, which would have been much better than McDonald's. But I was so hungry because I wasn't set up, because I assumed I would have time to go out and order a salad or whatever, that I stopped at McDonald's. And for whatever reason, this particular McDonald's is not the best McDonald's in the world. They don't have grilled chicken. All of their chicken is fried. Like the 2 times I've been there and tried to order a grilled chicken sandwich, both times they were out of grilled chicken. They don't have salads, like not even the side salad. So I said, okay, how can I minimize the damage? So I ordered, originally I was going to order a cheeseburger, but I knew a flat cheeseburger from McDonald's was not going to cut it. So I did order a quarter pounder, and I tracked it. I did order a medium fry, which I wanted a large, so I chalked that up as a win. I can eat a large fry with the best of them. And I wanted a milkshake, but I got a Diet Coke. So while it was still a terrible meal, I still made some better choices. Now, because I had done pretty good yesterday as far as what I was eating, I had soup yesterday for 3 points, and I had, a couple of little miniatures for like 8 points. No, like 6 points. I was pretty good, and I still had plenty of weeklies left. Now, truth be told, I didn't count last weekend. So my weeklies probably really weren't there. I probably really didn't have weeklies. But because I'm starting over, I gave myself permission to go ahead and act like I've been doing a good job, I guess, is the best way to say that. I'm sorry, I'm very bumpy right now. I'm looking for a shady spot. I don't know why I like shady spots. I also like to park under trees, which is very weird. Most people don't. So, anyway, I went to McDonald's last night. Terrible, terrible, terrible choice. And I woke up this morning and I got on the scale. And the good thing is, I didn't gain anything. I didn't lose anything, but I didn't gain anything. So I'm okay with that. Wow, that's terrible lighting. Can I fix that at all? Is it better? No, not really. Okay, so didn't gain anything, didn't lose anything. 187.6, but I am back on track. Now, walking into this meeting today. What if I do that? No, not better. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry about this lighting. I don't even know where it's coming. Oh, it's from there. That's weird. So, walking into this meeting today, I am walking into a meeting where they told us to bring our main course for lunch, and they were going to supply the sides and the dessert, which means there will be probably chips and chocolate. That's going to be my thought. So I'm hoping to be able to avoid them. I have my smoothie, which is my lunch. I have my smoothie top, which is from one of those ball jar plastic cups, but if it's my smoothie, my Magic Bullet Perfect. And I have my straw, my metal straw. So I will have that for lunch. I wish I'd put a little bit more ice in it this morning, so I would have a little more. It would be a little colder by the time I'm ready to drink it, but that's okay. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling good, and I just wanted to check in. It's been 24 minutes that I've been talking to you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and head into my class. But I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. drink water. I didn't want to say drink your water because that's Anita's thing, and I don't want, and I don't. That's Anita's thing, and I want Anita to have that because I say it to myself all the time in Anita's voice. But that is one of the things that I am trying to do this month. I'm drinking my water and I'm counting. That's my two things. And I will see you guys in my next video.